Welcome back, everybody, to the world's worst fishing. I'm Chris Jones, and today I'm coming to you guys with a little bit of a heavy heart. I have kind of some bad news, so there's no other way to put it, but I'm down to my last beer. That's terrible. With that said, we have sort of a kind of fun novelty video today. You've always heard of coffee flavored or coffee scent infused baits. Well, we're actually going to do it. We're going to take actual ground coffee, put it into some worm plastic, and we're going to make some stick worms with it. So coffee scent is real common. However, and I'm not the first person to do this. I've heard of people doing this, but I've never done it, and I've never seen it demonstrated in a video. But we're actually going to take some coffee, put it in our baits, and I won't be able to go this afternoon, but hopefully I'll be able to go throw them, test them somewhere, see if I can get a fish. But I'm kind of excited to see how they turn out, how the coffee reacts to the plastic, how they smell, etc. I'll probably even, taste it, see if it has any flavor. But yeah, I'm excited. Folgers in your baits. Let's get started. Okay, so we have about a cup and a half, or right at about a cup and a half of plastisol. So in the 2-cup size. So you have different size cups here. So for example, 1 cup measured out in this cup takes less time to cook than a cup measured out in the larger cup. It's just the heat gets more concentrated in the smaller cup and it cooks quicker. So you kind of have to adjust your cook time based on the size of your cup as well as the size of the volume of the plastic measured out. So this is what I would call the normal standard size or medium size cup. So in the 2-cup size, 1 cup of plastic, I want to go about 3 minutes, 15 seconds. A cup and a half, I'm just going to put that in for 4 minutes. That usually does pretty well. However, if I was measuring out a cup of plastic right here in the smaller size cup, depending on the durometer, a softer blend plastisol only needs about 2.5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and cook this up, and then we're actually going to grind this stuff up into a little bit finer of a coffee grind. That's pretty coarse right there. So we're going to grind it up into a little bit more of a fine powder, and yeah, I'm excited to see how this turns out. All right, so we're going to take some of this coffee here, and we're going to empty it out into this Pyrex. You know what? We're going to load these things up with coffee. We're going to empty it out into this Pyrex cup, and then kind of like you would do to grind up sand or rocks. And we're just going to kind of mash it up with the butt end of this drumstick here, and kind of keep doing that until it's a little bit more fine, because you have some of these larger size grits there, and we don't like that. The best part of making baits is Folgers in your face. Okay, there is our worm plastic. So we're going to do a purple base, but actually we're going to scoop some of the coffee in first, just so that we can see what it does kind of all on its own. So here is our, let's see, it smells terrific. I'm not a coffee person. But we are really going to load these up with coffee scent, and I would imagine that it's going to kind of have a powdery effect, and that it's going to turn this brown. I have no reason to suspect otherwise. Okay, definitely lots of moisture bubbling up here a little bit, but we have a vacuum chamber if we need it. The important thing is to get the coffee in the plastic. it's definitely having a adverse reaction. Just, I guess there's moisture in the coffee. I don't know. There shouldn't be. But we're gonna mix this up until it seems like it's mixed in. So my wife just came out here and told me that instant coffee isn't gonna work. And I'm starting to think she's right. It's just clumping. It's not really mixing in. So she has some like actual legit coffee grounds. Apparently this is kind of different. So I'm not getting the effect I want, but that's part of the learning process. I don't drink coffee. I have a heart condition. So highly caffeinated beverages are kind of outy-scouty for me. But this was on like the discount sale aisle. So anyway, we're gonna scrap that and we're gonna use, we're gonna remeasure out some plastic and we're gonna use some better coffee. Okay, we're back. And God, I hate to mess up that crystal clear goodness with coffee, but we have to. So, compliments of my wife, she brought out some Lucky Goat coffee. Lucky Goat is a local coffee brand, and this apparently is the real deal. It's real coffee grounds, not instant coffee crystal bullcrap. So we're gonna see if it does a little better here. And I just touched liquid hot plastic. I tell you, I've been burned so many times, I'm slowly becoming immune to it. This is so silly. Let's see if this, ooh boy, that's looking arguably even worse. This is difficult stuff, you guys. It doesn't clump near as bad, but holy bubbles, Batman. Yeah, that's actually gonna work a lot better. Once I can get all the bubbles out of that, that's gonna work a lot better. But there is obviously some mad you know, you would think that these dry coffee beans would be exactly that, dry. But this is bubbling up something terrible. But it already behaves better. It's not clumping up and just causing a mess. So, yeah, you know, that right there just kind of looks like speckled brown glitter in a way. It's actually not, I'm not offended by that. All right, a little bit more. And you know what? We're gonna make some, you know, I said we're making coffee worms. Dang it, we're making coffee worms. Anyway, we're gonna nuke this for a little bit. And you're looking at straight bubbles. So we're gonna get this real hot, put it in the vacuum chamber. If you have any questions about a vacuum chamber for plastisol, I have a whole video dedicated to it. You'll need to look like a year back in my videos, but you'll find it. And it pretty much tells you everything you need to know about getting bubbles out of your plastic. Okay, there it is right there, and I kind of like it. We are gonna add some salt just to add a little bit of density to it. And the salt is going to add some more moisture, of course. So we'll probably have to put this back in the vacuum chamber, but that's okay. And you'll notice that there's less of it in here. I had to transfer it to the big cup because it had so much air in it that it was going to overflow the regular size cup. So I had to put it in the big cup to degas it. And you could see that it rose almost to the top in the vacuum chamber. This is what it looked like in the other cup. Like it was not going to work. So anyway, still a little bit of work to do, but we'll make some baits here eventually. Okay, everybody, we are finally ready to make some baits, and I was gonna put some colorant and some flakes in there, but I want to make at least a few of them with just with just this, just the coffee in it and the salt. No pigment, no flake, just to see what straight excuse me, coffee worms look like. And then the next round we'll add some flake to it, and some purple, and hopefully get something that looks decent. But I wanted some all natural, so to speak, Lucky Goat coffee worms. Okay, everybody, quick little drum roll. Oh my God, we spilled our coffee. Okay, let's see how these worms can. I'll tell you. That is just a nice kind of natural earthworm brown color. There's really nothing wrong with that. That looks like Carolina pumpkin with some brown flake. I have to say, this is the best my shop has ever smelled. It smells terrific out here. If it wasn't such a pain to deal with all the bubbles from this, I would recommend you guys do this all the time. This is awesome. I mean, that's really a good looking worm. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, a salty, coffee flavored worm. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna add flake. I feel like if I add that purple to the mix, that it's just gonna look god awful. So we're gonna add some medium green here. Okay, maybe a little more actually. And then we're gonna add some fine silver. Okay, so this is the 0.008 Luricraft silver. Gonna add a little bit of that just for kind of some frosting, some texture there. And hopefully this doesn't look too bad. I think those colors kind of go together. We will see. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, dude, look at that. Yeah. You could even add an accent color like a red or a blue to that even. But we're gonna kind of leave it be as is and see how many we can get. So we're gonna use our angle stand here that angles your cup, lets you get a little extra plastic out of your injector. So here we go. This thing is really, really awesome when you need to get every drop of plastic that you can out of that cup and into your injector. All right, so we'll try to get all 3 molds here. I don't know if I quite had enough, but it should be close. It should be very close, actually. Oh, I ran out on that last one. Oh, just barely ran out. Hopefully that's not a problem. We'll find out. Well, actually, it's going to be a problem, but hopefully we at least got the bottom worm. I'm not sure, but if I posted a picture of that and you guys didn't know that that was coffee, you would think I had some sort of brown flake. I mean, that's really, you would think there was brown color in it, some weird shaped brown flake, and silver and green. I'm actually kind of thrilled. This is pretty neat, not gonna lie. All right, let's go ahead and open up the one that we ran out of plastic on. Hopefully we got at least the bottom one. I tell you, not only did that one fill, that looks dang good. This is like better than I expected. Okay, that feels solid. We got the bottom too. Definitely some pockets in those. But that's more than okay. Let's get out these other ones here. Look at the shine that the green and the silver has in the water there. I'm actually very confident that if I put these in front of a bass, he or she will be unable to resist. That's really good, folks. I'm very pleased with that. Very, very, very pleased. Like, this was not a failed experiment at all. Well, the first one was with that apparently really bad coffee. You got to use good coffee, folks. Yeah, dude. This is pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. And we're gonna make a few hand pour worms with the leftovers. I don't want to waste this plastic. And the good thing about hand pouring individual cavities is that you can really use all of your plastic. You know, whenever you're dealing with injection, you have to have enough to fill the injector and to fill the mold and all the cavities and the runner and the sprue. That doesn't really matter with this. So now we have a few extra chances of catching a fish. Yeah, so here are the hand pours. Looking mighty fine, mighty fine. So again, a couple more chances to catch a fish here on one of these. So I'm hoping I'll be able to spend a little time pond hopping with these in the next few days before the weekend. I've got to play with my band out of town Friday night, but I'm coming back Saturday. So unless I'm too tired, I'm hoping to run around with these on Saturday. But let's take a closer look real quick before we stop the video here, and then hopefully we'll get some footage of them in the water shortly. Okay, here's one of our coffee worms. Don't do this at home. Yep, can definitely taste coffee on it. I don't really care for coffee or plastisol. Let me wash it down. October, baby. Yeah. A bass will definitely taste coffee on that. Whether or not that fish is a fan of coffee, that's kind of left to be seen. Okay, so here we go. Here's a little overview. We have the failed coffee right there, the Folgers Classic Roast, Tostado Classico, Instant Coffee Crystals. Yeah, no good for bait making. Don't know how they are for coffee drinkers, bad for bait making. Then we have the Lucky Goat, good stuff. And then, yeah, so we have just straight clear plastic with some salt and coffee. And I have to say, it's actually a lovely shade of brown. Then we added a little sparkle to it. We have our hand pours way over yonder over there. But for right now, we're just going to focus on these. So hopefully we will see you guys on the water soon. Yeehaw, it is a windy tropical storm day. I'm glad I'm not in the boat like I mentioned. Actually, that was a different video. So scratch that, I did not mention that already. It's a tropical storm today. So we're gonna put these coffee baits out here in the water and see if anything bites them. This is like my little honey hole in the neighborhood I grew up in. And it is pretty rough out. But we're gonna get some of the coffee baits on the rods here and throw them out and see if we can catch one. Okay, there it is. First cast, mission complete. The coffee worm got one. First cast. It's my lucky day, guys. I didn't even hardly work the bait, and I felt the line jump up. Woo! So I'd say bass love coffee baits. I mean, it didn't take this little guy more than 3 seconds. The bait was in the water 3 seconds and doop. Oh, this is so awesome. I don't have to fish for 3 hours in a tropical storm. But if they're biting like this, I might. All right, little guy. Here you go, sir. Thanks for playing. Well, casting in the wind, you're gonna have this problem. That's inevitable. Might be one. Oh! I don't know what that was. Felt like a fish.
Yeah, he had it. He pulled it down.
How to swing and a miss. Yep. Yeah.
Coffee bass.
Oh yeah. It's a better one. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Come on up here, man.
Look at that. That's a little bit better one, guys. Oh, he took the worm. That was on the hand pour.
He just wanted his coffee.
Yeah, he just wanted his morning coffee. It's pretty. My dad's out here. He's got his coffee too. Yeah.
Nice fish.
That's a good one. These tropical storm fish are eating. Let me tell you. It's a nice pound and a halfer. Heck yeah. Let's get him back. See ya. Yeah, so that last fish was on the hand pour. So we've got one on the stick bait and the hand pour now. So we'll rig up another one of these. That's that's our third bite in about 15 minutes. So we're gonna stay here a little while. And my parents still live in this neighborhood, so my dad just came down here to say, hey, he's gonna eat breakfast in the country clubhouse and then come back out here. So hopefully I can stay a little bit longer and we can catch some more. Well, it's starting to actually rain, so I may have to put the camera up. But we're gonna stay down here, and if we catch another one, we'll meet you back. Oh!
Oh, he was right there.
Yeah, I tried to get the camera on and that just didn't happen. That's good. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, sorry. He was running with it. Man. Okay, everybody, so question of the day was, do bass like coffee worms? And let me tell you, they do. It started kind of raining bad enough that I didn't really want my camera out. This camera, I do have a waterproof case for it, but I don't like to film with it unless I'm going underwater, which is not very often. So I had to put the camera up, but my dad, we got a lot of bites between the two of us. I had 2 jump the hook. He had 1 jump the hook at the bank. This is all off camera, but the amount of bites we got pretty much settled the score for me. They love coffee worms. Not only did I catch one on my first cast, but caught that other good one shortly thereafter, and had a bunch more bites. So I think that's a really good experiment. That's mission accomplished. Try it at home if you want to. Just be ready to have a lot of bubbles in your plastic. But hey, I tell you, the coffee, there's a reason why some of the big brands scent their baits in coffee scent. Now I know why. So kind of a fun little experiment. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing some fish. And please shoot me comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I'm gonna go home and get dry.